A special report on the visit of the new Minister General of the Order of Friars Minor, Brother Massimo Fusarelli, to the custody of the Holy Land, the pearl of the Franciscan missions. 5 days of intense visits to the various realities of the custody of the Holy Land, from the shrines of the Redemption to the schools, to the various works of the custody, to the local Christians. The celebration for the 50th anniversary of the foundation of the Pontifical Institute Effetà Paul VI for audiophonetic re-education in Bethlehem. For the occasion on October the 22nd, His Excellency Monsignor Adolfo Tito Yllana, Apostolic Delegate for Jerusalem and Palestine, presided over the solemn Mass. During the archaeological excavations conducted by the Israeli Authority for Antiquities in the city of YAVNE, south from Tel Aviv, have been discovered traces of the largest known wine company of the Byzantine era. Its production capacity reached 2 million litres per year, and it was exported to the areas of the Mediterranean basin. The visit of the new Minister General of the Order of Friars Minor, Massimo Fusarelli, to the custody of the Holy Land, the pearl of the Franciscan missions, ended on Sunday, October the 24th. I wanted to be here as soon as possible to bring the prayer for the whole order and the beginning of this service of mine, especially to Calvary, the resurrection and the other places, Bethlehem and Nazareth. They were 5 days of intense visits to the various realities of the Franciscan mission in the Holy Land, from the sanctuaries of the Redemption to the schools to the various works of the custody and to the local Christians. Elected in Rome last July the 13th, Brother Fusarelli is the 121st successor of St. Francis. He has the mission, together with the friars present in the Middle East, to continue the dream of St. Francis when in the year 1219 he came on a pilgrimage of peace to the Holy Land and met in Egypt the Sultan al-Malik al-Kamil. I feel that I come here carrying the heart of Francis and bringing in these 800 years that flame, that fire which was lit in Francis during his conversion, during his life. It has always remained lit, and we pick up this torch today even when we are a little tired, fatigued. I am certain, and I feel that the fire, the flame of Francis's charism is constantly being rekindled. In Jerusalem, the minister and the vicar general of the order, Brother Isauro Covili, were received at the Jaffa Gate by the religious and civil authorities, by Brother Dobromir Yashtal, vicar of the custody and member of the Discretorium, and by the friars of the custody of the Holy Land. The friars then went to the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre. Representatives of the three churches responsible for the Basilica were waiting for Brother Massimo Fusarelli: Franciscan friars, Greek Orthodox and Armenian. In front of the stone of anointing, Brother Francesco Patton, custos of the Holy Land, said, "Most Reverend and dear Brother Massimo Fusarelli, our Minister General, welcome to the Holy Land. Welcome to the holy city of Jerusalem. Welcome to the holiest place of Christianity, the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre." These were the first words of welcome addressed to the new Minister General of the Order of Friars Minor. This place, underlined Brother Francesco Patton, was entrusted to the custody of our order by Pope Clement VI. This is the mission that the Apostolic See has entrusted to us: to dwell, pray and celebrate in this place, to be here as a multi-ethnic fraternity that is an expression of the whole order. The new minister participated in the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre in the solemn daily procession that retraces the places of the Passion, Death, Resurrection of Christ, and in front of the wayside shrine he presided at the daily Mass. It is a great joy for me this morning to bring our whole Order of Friars Minor to this Eucharist. There was a full agenda of meetings: the students of the Terra school, the young friars in formation, the friars of the custody and the religious of the Franciscan family. On this last occasion, the Minister General dwelt on the 3 words chosen by the Synod 2021-2023: communion, participation, and mission. On Friday, October the 22nd, he participated in the Way of the Cross through the streets of Jerusalem, from the place where, according to tradition, Jesus met Pontius Pilate, to the last 4 stations located in the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre, a route made by the Franciscans every Friday and thousands of pilgrims every year.
Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
And right at the beginning of the Via Dolorosa there is the Convent of the Flagellation, where the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum is located. Fusarelli commented on the short reading from Romans and acknowledged the service to the Word of God that the SBF performs. Saturday, October the 23rd, saw the solemn entrance into the Basilica of the Nativity in Bethlehem. The city of Christmas gave a warm welcome to the new Minister General. Accompanying him were the bagpipes and brass instruments of the Scouts. Many children and families from Bethlehem were waiting for him. Massimo Fusarelli was welcomed in the square in front of the Basilica of the Nativity by the religious and civil authorities. Brother Francesco Patton, Custos of the Holy Land, stressed the importance of Brother Fusarelli's visit in light of the difficulties and challenges facing Bethlehem. He also referred to the spiritual and pastoral message that the Franciscan friars have been bringing to the city for centuries. In the Grotto of the Nativity there were also some emotional moments. A private visit was made to the Terra school in Bethlehem, considered to be the oldest in the Holy Land. Here the students and teachers gave Brother Fusarelli a warm welcome. The visit to the city of Bethlehem ended with a stop at the Piccirillo Center, a place that carries a special message, a project of the Custody of the Holy Land created in 2014 to respond to the social and economic needs of the city's weakest and neediest people. I am very excited and very happy. I did not expect this reception of people. So my special feeling today is just to have in my eyes so many faces of children and families, happy despite all the difficult situation that we are going through in the world and also here in Bethlehem. For me today was really Christmas, especially thanks to the smiles of the children. The last stop of the trip was Galilee. Here the Minister General made his solemn entrance into the Basilica of the Annunciation, where he stopped briefly in prayer. The solemn entrance was followed by Holy Mass in the Upper Basilica, with a large participation of the local community. At the end of the celebration, many people lined up to congratulate and greet the new minister, the Custos of the Holy Land, and the rector of the sanctuary, Brother Bruno Variano. It was also an opportunity for us to evaluate the visit together with the Custos and the minister. For the Minister General, it was first of all the first visit outside Italy with a special significance. It means that there is a special attention from our order towards both the Franciscan and Christian presence in the Holy Land. Brother Francesco Patton recalled how in 1342 Pope Clement VI, writing directly to the Minister General of the time, entrusted the mission of the Holy Land to the Order of Friars Minor. The custody lives with friars who come from all the countries of the world, and it is a very beautiful thing because right here in the Holy Land the universality of the Church is expressed in some way. And so the custody of the Holy Land is a kind of permanent Pentecost, and at the same time it's also a sign for the local Church itself of how important it is to remain open to the universal Church. I had confirmation of all the work that our friars do here, of the importance of this mission. I had an update on the situation of the friars first of all, but also of this land, with the riches and tensions that run through it. Also, the meeting with the leaders of other churches, of other realities, helped me to widen my view.
Altre realtà mi ha aiutato ad allargare lo sguardo.
Per parlare del bel rapporto tra le comunità, soprattutto nei luoghi.
To talk about the beautiful relationship between communities, especially in the places where these communities live together, pray together, like at the Holy Sepulchre, we must take into account the past of the present and the future. In the past, there were elements that caused divisions, elements of a political, historical, but also ecclesial nature. Today we have discovered instead what unites us. And so in recent years, the relationship between the communities, we can say, has simply improved a lot. Indeed, I would say matured a lot.
Così semplicemente è molto migliorato, io direi è molto maturato.
Brother Dobromir then stressed that only peaceful coexistence, mutual respect, allows for common action, such as the initiatives that led to the definition of the project for the restoration of the Holy Sepulchre. First the wayside shrine, the tomb of Jesus, and then the restoration of the floor with greater stability of the building. As he bid farewell to Nazareth, the Minister General entrusted the Order of Friars Minor to Our Lady during the Angelus prayer in the grotto. The last stop on his visit to Galilee was the sanctuary of Capernaum, on the shores of Lake Tiberias. It's a few days, because this is the time, but I will return regularly. It's just the beginning of a stronger knowledge and accompaniment to this beautiful, fragile reality that needs all our help as Order of Friars Minor.
Come ordine dei frati minori.
A few days, but rich in sharing, prayer and friendship meetings, such as the one with His Beatitude Pier Battista Pizzaballa, Patriarch of Jerusalem of the Latins. And then the meetings with the friars and with all the people, from the authorities to the children, because when you are guided by love, you always find a few minutes to try new experiences. Children are a sign of hope, a sign of life, but also a diagnostic sign to understand the state of health of a family, of a society, of the whole world. This is what Pope Francis said at the Mass celebrated in 2014 in Manger Square in Bethlehem. We think of the work that the Paul VI EFFETA Institute carries out in favor of the deaf-mute Palestinian children. It is a concrete sign of God's goodness. It is a concrete sign that society is improving.
I would compare the Bethlehem-based EFFETA Institute to the star that guided the Magi. Deaf children come to us locked in themselves, and they don't know how to begin to speak. EFFETA gives them the opportunity to acquire speech and to be able to express themselves.
Effetà celebrates 50 years of service and gift to the most vulnerable children of the Palestinian society. For the occasion, on October the 22nd, His Excellency Monsignor Adolfo Tito Yllana, Apostolic Delegate for Jerusalem and Palestine, celebrated the Mass. Also present were the Consul General of Italy, Giuseppe Fedele, representatives of the institutions that support the Institute, and a group of faithful.
Oggi è un grande giorno, il 50 anni che questo istituto voluto da Papa.
Today is a great day. It is the 50th anniversary of this institute, desired by Pope Paul VI during his visit here in the Holy Land. The institute was opened in 1971. It helps deaf children of all religions to regain speech. The method used is oral. All the children who pass through this school learn to speak in order to be able to insert themselves in society, first of all, and then in the world of work.
Per la loro inserzione nella società prima di tutto e poi nel mondo del lavoro.
Monsignor Yllana in his homily quoted St. Paul, "Love excuses everything, believes everything, hopes everything, endures everything," adding, That love, accompanied by the deep compassion of Jesus, born of the love of the Father, completely healed the deaf and dumb with a single word, Effetà.
Ringraziamo il Signore perché dopo 50 anni possiamo dire tanti ragazzi, studenti.
We thank the Lord because after 50 years we can say that so many kids, students who have passed through here, have integrated into society as teachers, nurses, have become moms or dads. They are truly integrated because of the education they received here.
Formate con l'educazione che hanno ricevuto qui.
Such a beautiful message and such an important work would not have been possible if it were not for the exemplary devotion and selfless love of the sisters teachers of St. Dorothy, but also thanks to all those who supported them, including the teachers.
Every time a student says their first word as dad or mom, I feel something great. I really feel like I am a spiritual mother helping children succeed in life and open up to others.
The Institute EFFETA Paul VI continues its work with dedication despite the economic difficulties and the shortage of teachers. Helping this institution is an act of love and solidarity. Archaeological excavations conducted by the Israeli Authority for Antiquities in the city of YAVNE, south from Tel Aviv, brought to light an enormous wine factory dated back to the 5th century AD. It is considered the biggest in the world of that period. Here there was a factory consisting of 5 large presses with trampled floors in the middle. This was surrounded by rooms for fermenting wine and warehouses for storing it. Among the many rooms there were 4 big warehouses used for the aging of wine, which was made in long jars, some of which have been found completely preserved. These were made in big furnaces present in the place. The wine of YAVNE was famous for its great quality. It was not only marketed in YAVNE, but also in the Mediterranean basin and in Europe through the ports of Gaza and Ashkelon. This fine wine was brought from Gaza and Ashkelon to the table of Justin II on the day of his coronation in Byzantium. It was described as white as snow. We know that the wine that was produced in the region of Palestine and also in YAVNE was white wine. The production capacity of this winery reached 2 million litres per year. Dr. Haddad then pointed out that this quantity is to be considered as huge even nowadays if we consider the whole process was done manually. Drinking wine in ancient times was very common. It could be added to water in order to change its taste or substituted to water because at those times it did not taste good. This company focused not only on the quality of its production, but also on the ornamental aspect of the structure. We found here in the cellars holes in the ceilings which were engraved in the shape of a shell. We archaeologists jokingly say that the cellars with the shell-shaped holes practically constituted the visitor center of that period. So when you got there, you could taste the wine, sort of the main office or visitor center for the site.
onde eu quero viver para sempre.